Hey everybody, this is SWChris and welcome back to Building Zelda, the Minecraft building series where we are creating the world of A Link to the Past in Minecraft. And today, right off the bat, we're first going to look at a user submission that someone submitted to my channel. So let me just stand right here. And here's what this guy has to say. He says, this is Senpai Nilox, and he says, hey, I'm Nilox. I'm living in Germany, and I have a small channel, but I think a pretty cool Twitter account. Oh, I have a small, but I think pretty cool Twitter account. And if you like my buildings, you can follow me here. So it's at twitter.com/senpai_Nilux, NYLUX. And this guy has built some pretty amazing Minecraft stuff here. I really like the way this sort of building looks, almost French, but also sort of Greek at the same time. I like the little statues down below and the fountain. That thing is huge. It's really tall, but as you can see, it's well built and well thought out. The French influence kind of comes from the Capitol Dome on the very top there, and maybe a little bit of the main building there. I like the style of that. And then where I'm seeing the Greek influence is kind of like the Parthenon style top buildings. I don't know what you really call those, but I like the look of it. And so if you want to see more, go see the Twitter account. And if you want to find out how to submit your own, stick around and wait till the end of the episode. Here at this juncture, though, we are going to begin building in the throne room, which is way over here, up and through these stairs. And we have a huge open sky here that we need to fix. Is that right? I think that's right. I was looking at the sun position. It looked out of position, but it's really not, I don't think. So anyway, we got these huge open windows. We got these columns we need to build up, and we need to put a roof over this. So that's going to be the focus of this episode. And really quick, I kind of want to explore a little bit. Let's go back through. I want to do a little bit of test building on camera here with you. First, I want to see where this floor comes out because I'm curious. Okay, so it comes out right at the top of that. I was curious if we could link these. Probably not. So I guess this area up here will just remain kind of for show, which is okay. It's not really part of the original game. Hey, I need that. There we go. So we will just leave that the way it is. And I think what we'll do instead is we'll work on building this up a bit. So I think, okay, so these windows are unique because they're kind of almost in the way, but not quite. I was going to do a variation of what I have done before where I was going to build out a kind of a frame that goes up like this. Oops. Come here. There we go. Frame that goes kind of up like this, and then it kind of goes out like that, except these things should be backwards. It was going to be kind of like this type of thing with the you know, that kind of thing right there. And then we'd have a light hanging down from there. You've seen me do that before if you have followed this series for any length of time. If we're going to continue to do that, I'm probably going to want to do them in place of pillars, in which case I would probably remove the pillar motif because I'm kind of thinking visually, if you can follow me here, something sort of like the Great Hall in the Harry Potter movies of Hogwarts. That sort of look. So I think I want to experiment with that and remove these pillars here. For at least the time being, we can always put them back, but I kind of want to experiment with that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to move these. We're going to put them right here. So let's just build this up here. Yeah, just sort of like this. And as we go through this, get out of here, go away. All right. We can grab our little world edit axe And we're just going to kind of copy this and duplicate it up. So I'm going to type //copy build one / paste and just paste on up a bunch here. So we're just going to keep doing this. And let's see. How are we doing there? I think that might be good enough. So what if we get rid of this for now? This is, again, we're just kind of testing this to see how this looks. So we're going to get rid of all this stuff. And then what we're going to do, since we have a middle joint here, and let's just add this here just to make it nice looking. Since we have a middle row here, this is the perfect place to do it. I am going to put something right there. Okay, so I notice I have a different... I need to probably use spruce or black on these. I think I will change these to probably the black wood. All right, so I need to do one of those, and then we're going to pop this to 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That might be one extra. And then we're going to put something right there. And then one like that. And then, okay, that didn't work. Let's see, how do I do this? Let's do that. I'm just building this live on camera. It's very nice. All right, and like that. There we go, very nice. Okay, so that's kind of how we're going here with this sort of thing. And then I need a fence post. Let's use the black fence posts, shall we? And we're gonna just put, oh, did I do that right? Yes, I did do that right. Okay, I'm putting this right here. I'm going off a picture. Don't kill me. All right, glowstone. Do I want sea lanterns or glowstone? I kind of think the sea lantern color is sort of taken over for the main floor. So I think I'll put sea lanterns here. So sea lantern. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty nice. And then what we can do is we can continue to build this up just a little bit. That one, that can stay there. And then I think we're going to do stair. Oh, I already had one. Okay, whatever. We're going to build up like that with those. So with these dark oak wood planks, we're going to keep going up like so. And this is just going to be, and I might actually change this up. I think I might. Okay, let's try this. Let's go right here, and then let's build this so that we have a little shelf there, just to kind of make it a little more visually interesting once you peek up here, assuming there's enough light in there to really kind of tell that there's detail. But what I'm wanting to do as we build this roof, I want this to be just kind of a peaked roof so that it is just pretty much as angular as you can get. I don't want it to be rounded at all. I want it to be old style, like you see in like some of the old castles and like you see in Hogwarts. So yeah, we've got those things. So if you're building along, that's kind of why I'm doing that. If you want a different style, you can, of course, create your own. There's no rule saying you have to follow what I'm doing if you are building along. Okay. Are we on the center block? We're on the center block. Okay, so in that case, we're going to do that, I think, and then we'll come down the other side. Okay, so that's what that looks like, and we'll probably just copy it on down there and on to the edge, probably right there, if this ends up working out the way I'm hoping it will. We might shift these down a bit and try this with the pillars, but right now, I'm just gonna see how it goes. All right, so now that we've got that there, we're gonna need a support structure. And I think what I'm going to do is put it right there like this. So this is kind of just the basic support like this. Like so. And then now for this bit, what we want to do here is we want to make an arch that goes up, kisses this right around the midpoint. Maybe it doesn't even kiss it, and comes over to the spot on the mirrored side so that it looks mirrored. So what I need to do here is just kind of experiment and see how this is going to look, right? So if this comes up to, and we put this right here, I put this right there so that it kind of does that, you see? And we go up, let's see, let's try 1, and then we do that, and does that. Okay, so you can kind of see it's not really touching. I think, let's go back down to the ground where the player is going to see this. Now, when all this is black, they're probably not going to notice that it's not really touching. It does give you kind of the idea that it is touching, but it's not quite there. So I think we can get away with this. And so I'm going to try. I'm not really certain. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just kind of bring this up 3. Okay, great. So now that we've gone up 3, how many spaces over do we have to go? So this, I'm over our midpoint. And to get to here, where we are, we need to go 1, 2. Okay, so we have 2 more spaces left, right? Okay, so if we do this right there, and we do this right there, are we on our midpoint yet? No, we have 1 more. That's good, because that will allow us to go up like this, and then dunk, dunk. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, so something like that is how that's going to go. All right, so that's a little funky, I think. So I think what I'm going to do is move this over and bring this down 1, this sort of pattern here. So instead of that block being there, that it's actually right there instead. And then we'll have bonk, 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 like so, right? So if that's our middle pattern, yes. Okay, so here's what we're going to do here, all right? So I'm going to take my little axe, and I'm going to just kind of section this off. We're not going to do anything super crazy here. We're just going to grab this. Okay. And we're going to come over here, and we're going to just put some placer blocks here. And we're going to grab that. And we're going to stand here. We're going to copy it. So we're going to type / copy. That's what you do in World Edit. Then you face the direction you want to flip it. And then you type / flip, I believe. Yes. And then you type / paste. So we've copied these. And now, let's get rid of our placer blocks. And let's take a look and see what this looks like. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So now we have a nice little look on either side that I think will look pretty nice once we have the whole thing done. So I am going to go ahead, go off camera, and go ahead and use World Edit to copy all this stuff over and get rid of the pillars. And we'll see what it looks like without the pillars. And then I'll probably come back and we'll see. Well, we'll see. If I like it, we'll probably leave it that way. If I don't like it, we'll experiment and see what we can do about adding these pillars back. Okay? All right. So I'll be with you on the flip side. All right. We're back. And as you can see, we have the roof all the way down to the end. And this looks a lot cleaner and a lot more royal, I think, without the pillars. So we, I think, are just going to go without them. It's a bit of a departure from the rest of the castle, but I think it'll be okay. There's still a chance I could use the pillars elsewhere, but for now, over here at least, we're not going to have them because I think it really just kind of opens up the space a lot more. You don't have them just kind of poking in here and taking up room, so it just makes this space look a lot more cavernous, I think. As well, I went ahead and put a giant window behind the altar that just gives it something visually interesting to look at. The altar, of course, when you can push it aside, if we add the game mechanics. And I might actually just implement this into the map anyway, even if we don't end up making this into an adventure map or not. We can push this aside, and there will be a staircase underneath, probably. but for now, I'm not going to bother with it. And so, yeah. But anyway, that's kind of the arched window I added. Let's see what else we got. We got the paintings and we got the taller windows. I think the tall windows kind of help add to the cavernous kind of look to the space. And then these paintings, these are just placeholder paintings. I think I might maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 of them, okay? And there are 7 sages, I think, for this game. So we might have 7 of the sages plus 1 for the hero of time, maybe. That might be a little... I'll think about it, but that might work. We might have somebody make some kind of paintings for those in addition to the 5 that are down there. And these will be easier to make anyway because they're like all one dimension, all one size. So that's good. And then I think we're kind of done with the look to this. I think the kind of the simpler it looks, probably the better. I don't want to get too detailed because, you know, if you get too crazy with the 3D layers, it kind of takes away from just sort of the look you're going for, right? Instead of being able to take in the whole thing, you're suddenly looking at little details and stuff. And it's kind of not what I want to go for here. All right, so over here, we've got this kind of open area, and I'm going to cut away, and I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I think we're going to do the same sort of thing for this side of the roof as we did over here, except it's going to be going perpendicular to this roof. So I will cut away, and then we'll be right back for the end of the episode. All right, so it's time. Let's show you what we did today. Wow, that looks cool. I've never actually seen it from this angle before. Okay, so going through here, we're just taking it all in. This is pretty amazing, I think. So I went with the pillarless design here. We went all the way through. I scooched the windows over just a little bit so that, you know, we have a little bit room back here to put in some banners, and so that the corners way over here, they look a little more like they, you know, kind of belong. And then to fill in this space, I added these hanging banners. It took a little bit of design trial and error, but I think we got something that works pretty well there. And we used the dark oak wood for the tops. Of course, I actually need to go through and make sure I'm consistent on that. But yeah, and then we went ahead and we lined this bit up with lights. And I think this might have changed because I accidentally overwrote this and I had to rebuild it. So these little bit of pillars here might be different. I'll have to go check. We'll see. And then we added a balcony back here with kind of a decorative Triforce and some decorative doors that you can't actually get to, but hey, at least it kind of fills it out. So this is the way I'm thinking about this, is that this is kind of the peanut gallery here for the common folk. Whenever there's a royal decree, the common folk get to observe from the balcony as long as they're screened ahead of time and they win some sort of, you know, raffle, because everybody's going to want to come to the castle and see these royal decrees, and there's not too much room up here, right? So anyway, we have a kind of a peanut gallery, if you will. And then the peanut gallery necessitated having to light up this area over here. So we added these little pillars here. Excuse me, my throat is getting a little dry here. All right, take a drink, everybody. Then we kept the pillars in the corners here because I did not really like the look of these things on this side of things, because one, there's only room for one of them on each side, so it looks a little funny. And then we have this big open space at the end here in the middle, where, you know, there's just nothing there. And I didn't really feel like I could make this sort of look like a flying buttress type of thing and make it look good when they were coming perpendicular to these, and it just looked a little funky. So I went ahead and used the pillars to give the impression of structure here, and I did that on both sides. And then we added a little window here, and of course, since you're going to be able to look out over this, we are going to have to work on the outside of this a bit, but we will do that after we put the roof on everything else, just so that we can make sure that, you know, the views and everything from inside the castle still look pretty decent. So yeah, that is pretty much the look of everything. We'll come back through later and add the paintings correctly. I don't know if I will record it. It's going to take a while to do. So when I do it, I might have to take a week off, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, there's a little lighting glitch up there. I'm going to try to fix it off camera. I will do that after I finish recording. Speaking of which, we are about finished recording. So I did say that if you wanted to submit your own work and so that I can kind of demo it in a future episode, you should join my Discord channel. The link is down in the description below. And if you did enjoy this episode, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right there so you don't miss a single one ever again. And that's about it for this week. We'll see you next week for another Building Zelda. My name is SWChris. Auf Wiedersehen. Arrivederci. Hasta la vista. Bye-bye.